All right, everybody. Today I am here with Michael Trizano, current UFC featherweight fighter. You may also know him from his appearance on the show TUF. How are you doing today?
Doing solid, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Just to get started, you have a fight scheduled October 9th. A great time of year to be fighting. October is my favorite month. It's my birthday. It's Halloween. There's a lot of good things to be celebrated then. Hopefully you'll be celebrating a win. How are you feeling? Are you in training camp already?
Yeah, man. I feel incredible. I'm training super hard, and I mean, I'm always ready. I'm always training, and I'm excited to get back in there.
And without maybe giving away too much of what you plan on doing, is there anything that you feel like you can utilize a lot more in this fight to really secure that win?
I'm just gonna go out there and do my thing, man. I mean, I'm gonna be ready wherever the fight goes. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't really have too much to say about that. I'm just gonna go in there and dominate.
And you're coming off a win in your last fight. Some people said there was a little controversy behind it. 11 out of 14 major MMA media sources scored it for him. Is there any part of you that, just kind of wants to tell people, get over it, like I won, I'm ready, I'm already moved on? Do you feel like there is any controversy in that last fight?
No, not at all. I mean, they can think what they want. It's all good.
And is there any part of you seeing anything from your opponent that makes you a little weary of anything he's doing, or do you just feel like all around you're better than him?
Yeah, I'm comfortable everywhere. I'm not worried at all. It's a fight. I train for everything, and I'm just gonna go in there and put pressure and try and finish it.
And are you already dieting and things like that, or do you start dieting a little later on in the camp?
No, yeah, I'm dieting right now. I do it the right way. I always make weight. I always make sure I'm ready to go and I'm strong and I'm healthy. So, as soon as I get a fight announced, I'm strict.
And I was just going to ask, is there anything that you have to cut out of your diet that you really wish you didn't have to, that you kind of crave while you're in training camp?
I love some cannolis. I got to cut those out for sure. And a nice Sunday dinner.
And I was just going to ask, I mean, obviously now that you're in training camp and things like that, when you're not in training camp, are you a pretty loose guy? Do you just kind of like to enjoy life, kind of eat what you like, or do you try to keep it down to a stricter weight?
I mean, I don't get too crazy. Like, I don't balloon up. I mean, I'll enjoy myself, but for the most part, I eat pretty good. Yeah, especially since I'm trying to be active and I don't want to get too far away from where I'm fighting at. So, again, if I don't have anything lined up, I'm still eating good throughout the week. Not crazy strict like I would if I had a fight lined up and I'm in fight camp. But if I want to enjoy myself, I enjoy myself. Doesn't hurt. I'm still training every day anyway. So, it's not gonna kill me. But I'm not killing myself eating super strict like I would trying to make weight for a fight.
Yeah, and I was just gonna ask, I mean, obviously no weight cut is fun, but have you kind of narrowed it down a little bit to where you feel like you can pretty easily come in and make weight? Like you said, I mean, you never missed weight. It doesn't seem like you're really worried about it. Have you kind of narrowed it down to a science?
Yeah, I mean, I got a great team behind me, and it took a long time to, figure it out and see how my body reacts to certain foods and this and that. So, I mean, yeah, it's down to a science, and I'm comfortable. It's just one less thing I got to worry about.
What's the first kind of junk food item that you go for once you make weight?
Honestly, I usually love to have like a nice cold beer. Like, that's usually what I go for right after beer. And then, yeah, I like to pick on some dessert.
Hey, I was just gonna say, well, sometimes I'm having a nice cold beer watching the fight, so maybe on October 9th I'll open one up for you. Maybe you can't enjoy it, but
Open two up.
And I was just gonna say, is there any part of fight week that you really can't stand? I mean, obviously, besides the weight cut, I mean, I'm sure it's not super fun to deal with all the media obligations when you're worried about what's gonna happen on Saturday. Is there any part that you really just can't stand?
No, I mean, I like fight week because all the work is done. I mean, obviously, besides the weight cut, but for the most part, I love fight week. It's awesome. it's chill. Like I'm not doing anything crazy. Like I'll do some light workouts here and there, but I mean, all the work's done and I'm relaxing, getting ready to put on a show.
And are you watching the UFC events they put on every weekend, or do you just kind of try to relax a little bit and you'll catch them if you can?
Yeah, I'm not like a die hard, like I see every single fight. I'm the kind of person is like, if I'm around, I'm gonna watch the fights. I'll watch the fights. If the fights are on and like the Yankees are on or a football game's on, I'll put that on instead. So I'm more it all depends. It depends who's fighting and how I feel, my mood.
There's a big featherweight fight coming up in September. Are you gonna be keeping an eye on that one a little bit? And if you are, do you have a prediction, Ortega or Volkanovski?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that for sure. I mean, I think Volkanovski wins. See what happens. I mean, Ortega looked incredible his last fight against Zombie, so he's definitely improved tenfold since his fight with Holloway, and I'm just excited to see how he fares against one of the few men to beat Holloway. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and then I mean, you're getting right into the octagon pretty with soon notice that 2 weeks afterwards. I mean, I'm sure that's got to get you pretty excited for your fight, right? I mean, watching two people be at where you're gonna eventually hope to be at, you're scratching and clawing your way there. Now, is it like any motivation or anything like that, or does it get you excited?
Yeah, I mean, anytime I watch the fights, I always get excited. I usually get more excited and pumped up when I watch some of my training partners, my buddies fight. So when I watch them, I'm always chomping at the bit. I'm like, oh, I gotta get in there now. So yeah, anytime I watch the fights, I get a little adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I mean, is there any nerves watching the fight? I mean, I'm sure backstage when you're about to walk in, the nerves are kicking in. Is there any of that? Do you get any of that when fighters are walking out or when you're watching the fights?
Nah, I usually only get nervous for when my training partners fight. I'm more nervous for their fights than I am mine because I don't have any control. My fights, it's in my hands. I'm controlling the outcome for the most part. So I'm not as nervous when I'm in there versus when I'm watching them.
And I heard you say that you're seems like kind of a little bit of an avid football fan, avid baseball fan. Who's your go-to football team right now?
I'm a Vikings fan. Been a Vikings fan for a while. So yeah.
Man, I'm sorry. Those playoff losses, man. Whenever I think of the Vikings, I just think of kicking, and man, I apologize.
It is what it is. Part of the game.
And for the baseball, they sound like you're a Yankees fan. I mean, they're in pretty good shape right now. Their team's looking solid. Are you maybe planning to go watch some playoff baseball after your fight? Maybe get a win bonus, get some Yankees playoff tickets?
Oh, 100%. We're the hottest team in baseball right now. So I'm hoping they make the World Series, which we should. I mean, we've been back to back ALCSs, so we should we're due for a World Series, and I'm 100% going to get tickets to go to a World Series. That's a bucket list of mine.
Yeah, maybe you got to tell Dana to raise up that $50K bonus to $75K. I know those playoff tickets can get a little pricey over there.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm more of like a bleacher creature. I like to go out there, buy the cheap tickets, and enjoy.
And I was just gonna ask, since you've had a little bit of time off, I mean, you say you train every day. That's kind of the fighting lifestyle. But outside of the octagon and the fighting lifestyle, I mean, who are you outside of that? Obviously, you got to have some time to be you.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing video games. I like going hunting, be outside. So if I'm not training and stuff, I like to go do something outdoors or fish, things like that. So that's the kind of stuff I'm into.
And is it ever really hard, like once you get these schedules, fights, is it kind of hard to just take your mind off the fight? I mean, it's your work, so sometimes it's hard for just everybody to take their mind off work. Does it ever kind of just stick with you all the time?
Yeah. I think I do a good job though of like when it comes to like the weekends where is usually when I'm taking like a rest day, and like I said, I'll go fishing or I'll go hang out with family, and I'll kind of just chill. I usually, especially in like fight camp, I usually don't go out. I just like to chill at home and relax and hang out with my wife and just chill. I don't really do much. So
Has it been kind of weird getting used to all these COVID protocols when you're getting ready for fight week? And are you getting tested right before you leave to go fly out, or do you just kind of get there and then start testing?
I mean, the last time I fought, they had us test before I flew out there. Then they had us test when we got there, and then they had us test after weigh-in. So I mean, it's a process. What are you going to do? It's not in my hands. It's out of my control. I don't stress about it. It is what it
Uh,
is.
I was just gonna ask you. I mean, hopefully, I mean, every fighter's dream is to get out of there unscathed out of your event. If you do end up doing that, what is the perfect rest of 2021 looking like? Maybe going into 2022 a bit. Would you want to get back in there again, or maybe just rest up a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I do plan on going hunting in Africa in November, so that's on my list. So once I get back, we'll see what happens.
And I was just gonna say, do you have a prediction maybe for your fight coming up so quick, so some of us gamblers like myself can make some money?
Knockout.
We have a round or just knockout?
I'm going for a knockout.
Perfect, man. Well, I know you're a busy guy. We do appreciate your time here. If there's anything else you'd like to say, man, the floor is yours. Otherwise, man, we do appreciate you.
No, that's it, man. Just give a shout out to my team, Team Tiger Shulman's. They're helping me get ready. They're always helping me get ready, and because of them, I'm always ready for my fights. So, shout out to them.
Well, everybody, you heard it here first. Put your money down on a knockout for Michael Trizano on October 9th. Put some money in your pockets, and maybe you can go on a trip to Africa and go hunting soon. All right, man. Well, we do appreciate your time, and thank you for joining the Daily Dose MMA show.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Appreciate you having me.
All right, goodbye, everybody.